Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Jacob.
And Hannah.
Back here with another episode of Commerce Connects. Today, we have online fitness coach, competitive bodybuilder, health with hats. How did you get into the fitness space?
Yeah, so I've always done competitive cheerleading growing up, and I kind of needed like a different outlet whenever that ended. So I went to K-State post high school, and I did cheerleading there, and it didn't really work out. I was just not feeling that, and so I started my fitness account actually when I was there. I was following a bunch of like Gymshark athletes, and I was like, oh, I can do this. But that's when I really started to like get into the gym. I had a job at the K-State Rec Center. And so from there, really, I started my page, and then I came back home, and then that's when it really grew, and I started meeting, like, all of the Wichita fitness people, coaches, my coach that I have now, other athletes, and then really just kind of immersed myself in it. Didn't really know what to expect. I didn't think I would go from, 500 followers to whatever I have now, which I feel like when I started, I was like, oh, I just want to get followers. Like, I want to be a influencer, and then, I mean, being a coach, like, you still are some sort of an influencer, but now it's more of like, I want to help educate and use my platform to coach and grow my business itself, other than just like, being an influencer, like being sponsored by gym clothes and things like that. So that's kind of how my perspective has changed on that.
Yeah. That's cool.
That was a lot, sorry.
No,
No, that was perfect. So like you kind of you got into the field or the fitness influencer industry like out of cheerleading. So was that something that you saw that you wanted to do as like a kid, like be like a, social media influencer, or was that just kind of came with it?
I don't know about you guys, but like around COVID, everyone started to be like, oh, like TikTok, Instagram, like this is what I'm going to do full time. And I was like, okay, maybe I can make that happen, So it was around that same time. But yeah, I've always been in fitness and like active. And so I was like, I could use this in a different way. And yeah, that's pretty much history from there.
Yeah.
So would you say like social media, stuff like that has played like a really big role in growing your online fitness?
Oh yeah, for sure. Without that, I don't know like where I'd be right now. I think that definitely plays a role.
Yeah. So a lot of for the online fitness coaches, what's some tips you can give them like on the social media side to help grow their business? Like what type of content do you think translates the best into clients, or is there, is there some type?
Yeah, I try to be very authentic. So like when it comes to stories, like posting more of like what I do and just kind of the behind the scenes stuff. And then when it comes to like actual feed posts and reels like that, it used to be just like, like me doing a lift or whatever and saying like do this. But now I feel like it's more geared towards actually helping and like giving advice and good quality advice. Like you have to be knowledgeable in what you're doing to be able to like be a good coach, I feel like. So that, and just continuously learning to know like exactly what you need to do to be a good coach. And just fitness in itself is always evolving. So like keeping up on the trends and keeping up on, what's happening with different training and like diets and all of that is very important too. But yeah, I would say honestly, just like being very authentic with what you're doing. And I feel like sometimes I don't like to record doing, cooking or like going to the gym and things like that. I just want to leave my phone out of it.
Yeah.
But it's like in order to really maximize yourself, just literally recording everything that I do or like taking pictures of everything that I do. So like being an influencer in that sense, but it definitely does help and carry over to the business itself.
Yeah, I see that kind of the last thing you said, like not wanting to record everything and take your phone, because I'm like in that space where I just want to leave my phone alone, but it's like you kind of have to record because that's part of the business.
Yeah,
so like
for sure.
What's something you'd tell somebody who is in that space, like I don't want to record it, but like you have to?
Yeah, I don't know. Just gonna have to get out of your head.
Just
like
do it.
Just do it. What helps me is like I keep my tripod like in my bag and it's like there, so I see it and I'm like, just get it out. Like literally no one's watching me. They don't care. I feel like that's the biggest problem is like you think people are watching you and care what you're doing, but at the end of the day it's like it's necessary. Like you have to do this to actually, post and
Yeah.
get the results and the clientele that you want. So
Yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah, and in that industry, so I see it on like in the video side
Right.
of like mentors and like coaches. We just call them coaches at the end of the day. Like
Right.
coaches coaching people to be coaches. Like, what do you think about that space?
I have a coach myself.
Yeah.
So I actually have, like, you probably see people online that are like, I'll help you scale your business to
Yeah.
da-da-da-da, or you see ads like that. And so I was on LinkedIn and someone had reached out to me and I was like, I don't really know if I should make an investment into this or not because, I don't know, it's expensive. Like, getting a business coach is expensive. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to bite the bullet. I'm going to go on this call and see if it's something that would be good. And yeah, so I've had this business coach since like the beginning of June, I think.
Okay.
So not very long, but like enough time for him to like really help me. And he's helped me on just like my offer, like what I'm offering my clients or athletes is what I like to call them. And like he hasn't helped me on ads yet because he's like, you need to get this foundation of posting consistently, like exactly what to post, like the copyright of it. Sales calls is huge. What he's been working on with me is sales calls. But yeah, that's definitely another huge industry that's like booming. And it's like, is it real? Is it not? Like, who do you trust?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's very like grimy in a way, because there is I have mentors and everything that I'll talk to every once in a while, but then there's those other guys where it's like, I went from like $5,000 to $30,000 a month.
Yeah, and you're like,
how?
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's like, is it too good to be true?
yeah.
And I've looked
You have
into
to do your research for
Yeah.
sure.
Heavy research.
There's a couple
Yeah.
guys that were like, we'll help you scale your video business. And it's cool. Like, I've hopped on a couple calls, and then I'm realizing their 5 to 30 wasn't video. They were just selling their $5,000 a month, like, mentor packages.
Exactly.
And they want you to sell mentor packages.
And yeah, it was just like, that was their sales they would try to turn me into being a mentor or
like
coach.
what they do.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I want to do video. Like, I could teach people if I wanted to, but also I just want to do video.
Right.
But I think like, cause we've had Ivan, was a local barber, I guess he's in Dallas now, but he has a business online coach as well. And he absolutely loves him.
Yeah, I love the coach that I have. Like, he is awesome. Like,
Yeah.
always is like reaching out to me, like, but has like a bunch of, I guess, trainings on like sales calls and content, lead generation, like how you're getting leads. And at first I was like, well, this is like super overwhelming because it's so much at once. Like, what am I supposed to do here? But I feel like since getting him, like, he's really helped.
Yeah.
Like, just get me out of my comfort zone. Like, I feel like sometimes that's all we need is someone to just like
push you out
of like what you're used to doing. Because I know how to like make content, but I don't know how to make it add value to
that's the important part. Yeah.
what I'm trying to get across. So
yeah. I feel like if you just kind of like you being an online fitness coach to one of your athletes, someone like, an influencer, them having a coach as well, as long as, they're not trying to coach you into selling a coaching package, they're actually coaching you into what you want to do. I think it's definitely beneficial. Would you recommend that to somebody kind of wanting to get in that position as well?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think you see good coaches, just like with anything, you see good coaches and you see people who are just trying to sell you some dream.
It's definitely a good investment because good coaches not only want to help you, but they want you to learn the process along the way. And it's not just like you give it to them and it's like, okay, bye. It's like you have to nurture them throughout the process.
Yeah.
And that's what makes a good coach.
Yeah.
And that's where I think the big boom of it was like people just thought it was like a get rich quick scheme of just like having a business in a box and being like, okay, here's all this stuff, make this content, do this, and you'll blow up.
Yeah.
And
it
versus
work
like how your coach is like just, it's great to hear too that he didn't push you right to ads.
Oh, yeah. He hasn't even gotten to ads. He's like, not yet. You're not there yet. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and to me, right there, that's a sign of a great coach.
Yeah, that's a sign of he's legit.
I
for sure.
hate how people are always like ads are the key to success, and it's like they can help.
Yeah.
But also, if you can have just the organic content do what it needs to do, you'll be fine.
Yeah, your offer, like what you're selling, has to be solidified, and then you have to be able to like add value to that when you're giving it to your ideal client. I guess you could say. And then you push ads because then
Yeah.
those people are going to see it once they start seeing you over and over and over.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think it helps that you were kind of already built, like your social media was already pretty built.
Right.
Since, because you said just June was when you started with him.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, you've already built a pretty impressive social media, and then having a coach to help add to what you've already done organically.
Yeah.
I think is,
Very beneficial.
Yeah.
It's definitely a great investment. Like, there's nothing better than investing in something that you're passionate about and something that you really want to make part of your life. I mean, that can go for like health coaches, mentors, like anything. It's like crucial to like make that investment because you're learning so many valuable skills and things that you would have never learned before.
Yeah, and those can also probably translate into different areas of your life too.
Oh, yeah,
so when you
for
learn one
sure.
thing in your business, that probably can go well into life, fitness, relationships, family.
100%.
So yeah, I think it's always good to listen from a mentor or coach and learn, I guess.
Yeah. Do either of you have mentors or like coaches or people that have like helped you? I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be a coach, but like
Yeah, I would say I have a buddy of mine that he invests, and I mean, he over the past 16, 18 months, he's put over 6 figures into coaches and like programs, stuff like that. And I let him go and learn, and he does all that. He's very well at that, and then he comes back to me and is like, this is what you need to do. Like, so I guess he's like my mentor, but he's out there. He's in California right now, actually, with like a big mastermind group right now.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I haven't invested yet because I haven't found somebody where I'm like, you're worth the money.
Yeah.
Because it's always been like that. Oh, let's turn you into a coach.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But it's like you don't want to be a coach.
Yeah, you
it's
wanna,
like I
like,
just
get
want to
coached.
scale a video business, dude. It's not hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had like I've had like managers that kind of are in that mentor coach role. But I mean, it's kind of the same thing. They get a percentage off of, the shit that I do. So it is kind of paying for them. So I guess they're coaches.
Yeah. So I was coaching underneath somebody else, and he like was definitely my mentor, but like, yeah, definitely it was his business, so he was getting off of what I was like making, but that was very valuable because he was like teaching me everything I know.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that set me up for success too, just with learning about like the fitness and health realm. Not necessarily like growing your business, but more of like, this is how like things work with your body. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like the more educational, informational
more
side.
education.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Because that's a lot with the fitness and health industry is just getting people educated and educating yourself. And like you said, then how things are working now.
Yeah. So that's something too that I have to invest in is like not only expanding my education on fitness, training, health, all of that, but also like the business side. So it's kind of like 2 different things, which I feel like is everyone within any business that you're in.
Yeah. So with that, I know we talked, you have a podcast that obviously probably, is that within the health fitness
kind of.
side?
I kind of make it more like lifestyle type. And more like motivational, I guess. So I guess it could kind of be, but it's like growth and self-growth development type of podcast. And I try to bring on guests like that are close to me or like other people that I feel like would, do good on there. But yeah, I think I've only had 12 episodes, but it's been consistent. Like I haven't missed a week yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's good.
I'm like, this is something that I'm going to do. I'm going to go all in on. I'm not just going to like skimp out. So, and I think the statistic is like people that start podcasts only record or publish like 7 episodes and then they fall off. So I've already beaten that statistic.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, woo.
I'm sure you guys have too.
Yeah. I
would
don't even
say
know what are.
This will be 19 or 20.
Yeah, that's
something
awesome.
like that up there. And because that's how we were with
Yeah.
it. Like when we talked about initially like starting this, it wasn't like we didn't know how serious it was. We didn't know kind of what all we wanted to do with it. All we knew is we wanted to sit down with people like yourself, like just local business owners, and just hear their story. And now it's growing to where we're expanding even outside of Wichita. We just want to like talk to people, see how they do their business, stuff like that. So like, and it's fun. I mean, being able to sit down for an hour or 2 a week just to like listen to people's stories.
Yeah, because we get, like we were talking about learning, we get to learn literally from everybody here. So
Right.
yeah, like
Which
it's
is what makes it
information. Yeah.
cool.
So what is your podcast called?
It's called Heart to Heart with Hads. So basically,
I like it.
like heart to heart, heartfelt conversations. More of what I try to make it like. Yeah, each episode is like different. I'll like reflect on the week, kind of what I've done, like what challenges I've faced, and then try to make it like motivational, like self growth, help, all of that, based on like what went on. Yeah, and then I'll have like some people on it. I've had 2 of my friends on there, my sister on there. That's it. But yeah, each week is a challenge, kind of to like come up with like, okay, so what am I going to talk about this week? Like, what were my feelings last week?
Yeah.
But I feel like it's just more like something people can relate to.
I like that.
Rather than just like I'm spewing health and fitness, because
Yeah.
I already do that on, you know, Instagram, a little bit of TikTok, but not really like have another outlet where it's just like me, not like outside of fitness. Cause like there's another person. I'm not just
fitness.
I'm not just health with hads. Like I have like other qualities, you know, like that's not my whole personality.
Yeah.
It kind of is, but I was like, today I like couldn't decide what to wear. I was like, okay, am I going to wear like sweats and be like this gym girl, or am I going to try and dress up a little bit? So I don't know. That's another issue too. Just like trying to differentiate from like health with hads and like business and like, you know, being more lifestyle focused. And so I have to like get out of my shell.
I think that's like with a lot of influencers or people in like the social media realm, it's like they look at you by your they think you are your
think
social
I am
media
health, just health with hats.
And it's like you're so and I get that a lot. They think it's basketball, and I'm like, yeah, can you spin a ball?
Can you spin a ball?
Yes, I can, but I'm not got handles all the time.
Right.
Speaking of that, do you have people like say like health with hads, like they call you that that's your name, that is your full name? I love it. I love when people do that. It's so funny.
I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah. So how do you like juggle that? Like you said, you gotta be you sometimes, and like your social media. Is that like obviously tough to kind of get out of?
Yeah, sometimes it's hard because I would say like when I'm traveling or like doing things that are not like, you know, going to the gym like day in, day out, like eating healthy. It's like when I'm traveling and doing other things, it's like I don't want people to think that I'm not still like healthy and like health with hads. That's definitely a struggle for sure. Like just switching from the two. But I think I've just like realized that I'm me, I'm Hadlea, like no one else. Like, yes, I have this platform, but at the same time, like I have family, I have friends, I have a boyfriend, like I'm in a relationship. Like there's so many other sides to me that I feel like people don't really see because that's all I post is health stuff. So definitely something I'm trying to work on. But sometimes I feel like, do people really care like who I am as a person, or like they just want to see health related stuff, you know?
Yeah, I would honestly say start showing your personal self on there.
Yeah.
Because like with my personal page, like I was just very much like it was video or photo, like tips and tricks. And then it was funny, I recently proposed and I posted the photos and videos from that.
Yeah.
I've gotten more interactions on that than I have any of my other content. And I'm like, you know, it's cool. I'm happy I proposed. Great. But also, why did my other content not perform? And like I'm just realizing now, like
people love authenticity.
Yeah, they want to see more of just like who you are on those pages. And so that's where like maybe one post a week or something, like you are the more authentic yourself, and because it allows people to connect with you.
Right. I've tried to do it a little bit more. So.
Yeah, and I think the like having the heart to heart podcast stuff like that will help a lot too.
Because
it's, I mean, I look at other like musicians, influencers. DDG was one that I can always reference to on this. Is he started the vlog channel and that's all he was known for, and so his fan base knew him as a person. Then he starts dropping music and became one of the top artists within a year.
Yeah,
and like just allowing people to connect with you personally is always a great thing.
Yeah,
people like that too.
Yeah, people just want to connect,
right,
and see you. Yeah, yep. So, you do a podcast. I know your Instagram's pretty poppin'. You said you do a little bit of TikTok?
A little bit. TikTok's more of like I try to be a little bit like more raw and unfiltered on there too.
Okay.
Like I'll just, I don't know, be silly on there. Like it's more of like my like silly side that people can see, not so serious.
Yeah. See, haven't really entered in the TikTok. Like, I mean, I have a TikTok and only a couple thousand followers, but never really entered the TikTok world.
I don't get on it much, and like I honestly don't like have tons of followers. I think I have like 10K, if that.
Yeah.
But they're not like active followers, and they've been there for a while. It's just I'll go through phases of like, okay, I want to like start posting on TikTok, like get ready with me, and it's like I don't have time for that, and so then I'll just like post randomly or like throwback TikToks that I used to post. But I try to like not get on TikTok. I don't have the app like on my screens.
Oh, okay,
it's just where you can type in on the search like TikTok. So I don't like. I'm not tempted to
Why
get
is
on
that?
it.
Just because you don't want to like fall in the doom scroll type thing? Okay.
Yeah. But I get on it maybe like once or twice a week. So it's not like an everyday, like, this is what I do. I post tons of TikToks. So
yeah, I feel like you're either like heavy in the TikTok or you're not. Like there's no like in between. Mm-hmm. Are you heavy in the TikTok?
I mean, I try to post consistently on there for us.
It doesn't work.
Like, it's one of those things where, like, the podcast.
Our podcast is pretty
like
good on
that.
TikTok.
That's one thing where, like, TikTok, you have to be ultra consistent.
you really do.
Yeah, or else it's just not gonna work. Like this past week, I've been busy, so I slacked on TikTok for our last episode, and I'm just like, okay, now we just got to get back into it and just get it active again.
Right.
It's not the best. Have you delved into like the Snapchat realm? Well, I keep bringing it up in these episodes.
Which is crazy because like I used to be a Snapchat fiend. Like I would get on Snapchat all the time, but I don't know. There's a girl in there that I follow that she like brought her account up. It used to not have like tons of followers, but I guess once you hit 20K, then you get the star
Yeah.
or whatever,
okay,
and you're like verified.
Yeah.
But she posts like it's like click, 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 click,
Yeah.
click, 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 click. Like she's posting like right now she would be like posting every camera, and so that's something where you have to post like so much random little like details, and I can't do that.
Yeah. What did Spencer say? Like 30 times
Yeah,
a day?
he
or
says
something?
he tries to hit like 30 stories a day.
I have him on Snapchat, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
And
even look at him.
His big thing is like, because
Like-
you're just trying to get people to see those ads, and that's how
Right.
you'll make your money there. But who was it? Pineapple Brat or whatever. She was a big fitness influencer that blew up on Snapchat, and she would just post like,
You literally just post all the time.
yeah,
like
it's like
pictures of everything.
Yeah.
I'm making a shake, picture. Oh, I'm driving, picture. And I mean, it's cool, but I guess there's good money there. So
Yeah, I don't know what the like monetization looks like.
I heard even after that episode, I've heard from another few people that Instagram pays the most, even more than YouTube.
Really?
I mean, I don't know, because again, my Snapchat's kind of like my TikTok. It's like maybe 2,000.
Yeah.
It's
I think mine is
relatively
something
the
like
same.
that.
It's not nothing crazy. So it's like, but all those people with the 10K, 20K, they're making a crap ton from those ads. I'm like, oh well, shoot, should I try Snapchat? But I don't think I
Yeah.
can sit there and
Me either.
Snapchat 30 times a day. Like I have a hard time, like we said, like getting the phone out and
Yeah.
recording. I'm like, do I have to do this? But I love it, but do I have to?
Right.
that's
It's
how I
just
used
like-
to. But
I can spend my time. I feel like too there's a difference between like influencer, like
Yeah.
what they're doing. Like
Yeah.
that's all their money comes from. Like
yeah.
where it's like me, it's like I'm not really focused on that. Like I'm more
Yeah.
focused on like the business
The
side of
online
things.
fitness
Yes,
coaching, yeah.
So I feel like that would take away or like add a whole nother like time frame to my day
Yeah.
that I just can't fulfill when I'm trying to, help the clients that I have.
Yeah.
So
No, and that makes sense because, when you're dived into the Snapchat, TikTok, and Instagram,
You're an
Facebook,
you're an
YouTube,
influencer.
yeah,
you're
you're
just an influencer.
your phone out 24/7.
Yeah. And sometimes I hate that. Like I'm very into like when it gets past like 8 p.m., like I'm off my phone. Like I'm on do not disturb.
Sleep mode, right on.
Because I feel like I'm on it all the time for my job. And so it's just like I need time away from it. In the morning, I like go to the gym first thing in the morning and it stays on do not disturb until I get home. And then I'm like, okay, then I can look at the notifications because it like stresses me out. Like there's too much going on the phone.
Yeah.
All the time. And I don't know how influencers do it because
yeah.
they drive me literally nuts.
So speaking of that, give us like a day in the life. Like, what time do you wake up? Because we have asked a few times. I'm always interested. Like, what's your day in the life of Health with Hads?
Okay, so it's like, so recently, actually, I guess I should say this. So I did have like a full-time job. And then, just recently, like literally a month ago, I quit that job to just go strictly into online coaching.
Congrats. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks. Because I was like, you know what? I don't really, as bad as it sounds, like enjoy this job. Like it's not bringing me any type of fulfillment. And I was like, I'm doing more like with my coaching, making more with that than I would like staying here. So it's like branch out. And plus I love the coaching. Like I genuinely love helping people and that's my passion. That's what I want to do. And so I branched away from that. But so I'm just like now establishing my routine of like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. So I would say I wake up around 5:30 or 6. It depends what time I go to bed the night before.
What time do you go to bed?
Like 9:30 or 10.
Okay.
So it's like in between there. On the weekends, it's later, and then I wake up later, and that's something I need to break away from because I feel like when I start my day at 8, it's like I just missed out on like 2.5 hours. I could have gotten work done.
Yeah.
So trying to get better about that. But I wake up, and then I go to the gym, come home. I'll probably record some stuff, whatever, like in the kitchen or like just whatever I'm doing. And then I'll sit down, eat breakfast, all of that. And then I'll start on like my client stuff. Like if anybody is like sending me like check-ins or like need help on stuff, I'll do that. And then recently, since I've had this business coach, like he's been helping me through like everything. So just the basic like business side of things. Content stuff obviously is huge that I'm trying to work on. Just like getting that solidified and like making sure my posts are adding value. And then learning. That's a huge one. Is like I make sure I spend at least an hour a day like reading educational stuff so that I'm continuously learning about my field and how I can best help. Because I work with primarily females. Like I have no guy athletes.
Yeah.
And so I'm always learning like female stuff, you know, like birth control, hormones. Like those are all things that I'm into learning about. Yeah, that's it. And then I'm like doing sales calls. So with potential new clients, you know, getting them on calls, seeing if they're a good fit. Yeah, I would say that's pretty much it. You know, play with my dogs on breaks because my dogs are like a big part of my life.
Yeah.
Have 3 Frenchies. Well, 2 now. So
Frenchies.
One went to live with my boyfriend because he was like attacking one of our other ones.
Aww.
And so now we just have 2 at home. Yeah.
I love dogs though.
Yeah, same.
They're
But
so
they like when I need a break, like I just go hang out with them for a little bit. Yeah. And then I record my podcast usually like Monday or Tuesday night. Have like specific days, like to edit it Wednesday, like have it already, you know, uploaded to YouTube so that it's like or scheduled, I guess. And then like create shorts from those. Yeah.
Do you manually create shorts or do you put it through a system?
Yeah, I do it myself.
Oh, come on.
Ooh, I don't know a system. Teach me.
Give her the game. Give her the game.
So do you use 1 or 2 cameras? Start there.
1.
You just have the 1?
Yeah, because it's usually
Even
like
easier.
just me.
Cool. There's this thing called Opus AI or
Okay.
Opus Pro.
Does it cost? If it's pro, it sounds like it costs.
Yeah, it does cost. There's some other ones that I've been looking into. I just bought the year for Opus just because, I mean, it was one of those things where I was manually cutting clips or like during
I do that.
during the episodes, I'm like trying to remember time frames or when things were said. And it just added so much time. So right now, I would say Opus Pro. It's relatively cheap. I think you can get it for like $20 a month.
Oh, that's not bad.
And yeah, it's not an all done solution. Like it pulls some like weird clips or not so great clips.
Right,
or
you're like, that was not even interesting.
yeah, or sometimes an episode it'll just pull everything from the like a 30-minute span rather than the full hour. So you got to play with it, but I mean it does speed things up compared to not doing that.
There's a feature on CapCut that does that.
Yeah.
Because I have the pro version of that. And so I tried it, and it was like, oh, I don't know, it made the video really blurry too. So like then I just started to just do it myself.
Just cut it yourself.
I say Opus it looks blurry at first, and then when you download it,
maybe that's it.
Yeah, I don't know CapCut like that. I just learned about CapCut.
He just started using CapCut. I'm like, you should. That's what I use for all my stuff.
Yeah, I use it on my phone for just like, I've been doing a lot more just like phone videos. So when we're at weddings, stuff like that, just getting behind the scenes stuff.
Right.
I was very much always the guy where it's like, oh, it has to be on a camera, it has to be done in this software.
See, I kind of think like that too. And then it's like, that just adds so much time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for stuff like this, it's great. Like,
right, you definitely need it for this.
That's one thing I always explain to people is use whatever tool fits the job best.
Yeah.
If the camera makes sense for the podcast, let's do that.
Yeah.
We could have all put our phones up there and recorded if we needed to.
Yeah.
But it's one of those
quality,
things.
like you need good quality for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so another one is, well, I guess you only have the one camera, but once you get into the other ones and you get multiple cameras, there's something called Autopod. And what it does is it'll switch all three of these cameras to like, so when you're speaking, it knows this camera is yours.
Okay,
So,
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's great. I can get episodes turned around within 30 minutes now.
Because when I do it, so I have one camera. If I have two people on there, then I'll like clip like one down and one underneath whenever I'm like making the video. I saw it on TikTok. Well, I like looked it up on TikTok and someone had a how-to. So that's usually how I do it. And then I have the CapCut on my computer, and then I'll like add captions through there, and then download to my computer, airdrop to my phone, which is like 30 minutes of video on your phone is crazy. My storage is like backed up.
Yeah. So speaking of that, like when you do your like regular daily content, is that done on your phone, or do you? So your camera is mainly just podcasts.
Yeah, everything it used to be. So since I have like the two cameras, one of them used to be like a vlogging camera. I used to be into YouTube actually, like vlogging. I would have a vlog every week. And I want to get back into that actually now that we're talking about it. But that's just like another thing I'd have to do. But I used to record a lot on there, like even my like gym content, like like viral style reels I used to do on like my Sony camera. And it's like now I don't feel like lugging my camera along to the gym like that. I just want to have a good workout, like not having to freaking like set my camera up. So I usually just use my phone for like gym type of content, and like so really my camera is literally just podcast only, which is I need to get more utilization out of it, honestly.
Yeah, so do the vlog. I
need to get back into that.
I mean, if you do, it's one thing to like as you do them, you're gonna know like how to film them a lot more efficiently, and knowing like if you're just gonna use it's just not overshooting. I guess that's a big thing. Is when I would shoot vlogs for people, we would just overshoot, and then that's where the workload is on editing, like finding the good stuff or this or that, rather than knowing like
just like raw. People really like raw unedited stuff, really too.
I'm like, if I'm going for a 30-minute episode, cool. Let's just make sure that we have like 10 good 3-minute segments,
right? And
really just hammering those out. Versus if we're there for 2 hours and I want 30 minutes, filming those 2 hours.
Yeah.
So it's all learning curve stuff. So I think definitely getting back into that.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like it's good to find, like, especially if you, let's say, have a business that you're kind of, you have a business, you have to run the business, but you're also into the influencer side, picking like 3 platforms or 2 and just those. Like,
you cannot do them all.
Yeah, you can't do Snapchat, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn.
I mean, you could if you had people helping you.
Yeah, if you had a whole team, but if it's just a one-man band, you have to pick 3 of those that you really like, and maybe 2 styles, and just try and go ham on it.
Yeah, I would say mine is Instagram and then like my podcast. So maybe a third one should be coming.
Just
Facebook.
Yeah,
I've actually do get on Facebook because I have a lot of friends on Facebook. I feel like I have a good like reach there.
Yeah.
So I feel like I need to utilize it more. Like last night, actually, I did post like a question that people would like, want to comment on.
Yeah.
Because people are such Facebook trolls and like love, like, especially the demographic of like 35, 40 plus. They just like want to like get on everything.
They're Facebookers and they want to talk.
Oh my gosh.
They want to type.
matters.
Yes, my mom was like, "Did you see this on Facebook?" And I was like, "No, like I don't get on Facebook that often, Mom." She's like, "Oh gosh, well you should. I really should utilize it more."
The Facebook Reels, I'm on that more than Instagram
Really?
Reels and TikTok.
My mom is on that too. I'm like, "Get off! It's so annoying." She's like, "Look at this dog."
Dude, it's so bad. My algorithm is all crochet stuff.
Oh my
Because dude, I be sending my fiance that stuff all the time.
She likes to crochet.
Yeah, she
That's
loves
cool.
it. And so that's all I send her.
Crochet
and so now it's plants and crochet. That's all it is.
hilarious.
It's cool. Like I'm just
Yeah.
watching it. I'm like, I don't know what the hell this is.
Right.
But here, look at it. This is cool. Make this.
Yeah,
Like,
Facebook it is really like slept on. Very underrated.
It really is. In the monetization factor, it's pretty decent out of all of them. So I mean,
yeah, well, Facebook and Instagram they're connected,
Yeah.
so that makes sense.
yeah. So yeah, if you got that Facebook reach, so do you repurpose content and throw it on Facebook or no?
So they usually dual post. Like my
Okay.
stories will post
Yeah.
to both, and then I mean, like I don't post reels on there, which I should. I feel like, my posts do like dual post to there
Okay,
too.
yeah. So it's just like the automatic.
yeah,
That's what I've tried to see a little bit more of. My Facebook, I have a separate, like, I guess, fan page. It's just a separate one.
yeah.
And I try and see if, like, the dual post works better or if I post it on Instagram and separately post it on Facebook.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out which one works better yet, but
Yeah.
I've always wondered.
I'd always forget to, and then I look on Facebook and I'm like, crap, that went to Facebook. Because it's like sometimes I don't know, people take things differently on Instagram and
yeah.
on Facebook. Like it's a bunch of like older people on Facebook. I'm just gonna say
Yeah,
it. Like,
it is.
older.
Yeah.
Like obviously I'm on there and like my friends are on there, but our like family and like I feel like they get on their purpose on there is way different than what ours is.
100%. Yeah. When you get over that, like 30, like you said, 35
Yeah.
and up, or even probably, 30s and up, it's a it's a whole different purpose for Facebook at that point.
Yes.
So it's like, and that's cool. Each platform has a different like a different age group demographic to it. Like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat.
but use it to your benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's those 40-year-old moms that are trying to get back in shape.
Yeah.
Like
For sure.
make content towards them. There's like different lanes. I mean, like we said, there's different demographics. Everything.
What's the age group for your client base right now for your online training?
So honestly, I get a lot of people that are post college or like they've done sports and they're like needing a like outlet or something different from like what they're used to. I get a lot of those. I get moms too that are like, have kids that are young. Some have them that are older. So really, I feel like it ranges from like 22, 23. So, like, finishing college to all the way up to like 40, 45, 50.
Okay, so a good range.
A good range for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But majority, I would say like 20 to 30 age realm.
Okay, so that hits like the Instagram because that's your main platform.
Yes.
I think it is, right?
Yeah, it is.
So that kind of hits in that age
for sure.
bracket. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So with the competitive bodybuilding, I know we talked about that a little bit. We haven't
get
touched
into
it
that.
yet.
Yeah.
That world is just always like, obviously I don't know nothing about it.
It's a whole different world for sure. And sometimes it's hard to like differentiate my bodybuilding mindset to just like a person that's wanting to like get healthy. So I kind of have to like, make them separate because they're not the same. Like you can't be to the extreme of like the bodybuilding as you can of just you're being like a lifestyle client. So even though I do bodybuilding, I don't necessarily draw those types of clients for some reason.
Okay.
I've had a couple that are like, okay, I maybe want to compete, but I don't know. So mostly just, the health lifestyle people. As far as the bodybuilding goes, so I did my first competition November and December of 2023. So just like 7, 8 months ago. Definitely teaches you a lot about yourself along the way. And I'm ready to prep again because I want to like prove to myself that I can be a better human during that time because it's such a stressful thing on your body and you just like want to shut everyone out and like not talk to anyone. You're so low energy, like you don't really want to make time for things. And so I think whenever I do it again, which I will, I just want to like keep that in the back of my mind. Like, this is like, you're choosing to do this. You can't act this way to other people. Like, not that I would act bad, but just like very like zombie like, you know, and just like,
because you're probably strict on
food,
everything,
literally everything. Like, you have to go to the gym at this time. You have to do 2 hours of cardio, you know, like take these supplements at this time. And yeah, it's very like routine and regimen. And if one thing went out of like not how I wanted, I was like, oh my gosh, like get away from me. Like, I have to do this for like one thing. But it's definitely hard. It's strict, but like I do like that lifestyle. But it's not something you can do year round. Like, you can't be be stage lean all year round. So like gaining a healthy amount of weight post show is like very important. And I think that's another thing people don't realize too, is like I'll get a lot of influx of people like, oh my gosh, you look so good. Like, will you coach me? I want to look like this. And it's like, this is not healthy or realistic. And I look like this 2 weeks out of the whole year.
Yeah.
So like,
and that's another thing. People see that version of you and like, I want that. And I don't think they understand what it takes to get that.
Yeah. And it's like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
You probably don't. I can tell you right now, you don't. So yeah, it's definitely a different lifestyle. And even right now, I'm still like very regimented. Like, I like to eat my meals at this time and this time. That's when I asked you, I was like, I can do this time or this time, because like I was thinking about like, okay, I have to eat that this time. And like, I try to be a little bit better when I'm not like in the prep setting of like, you know, cutting like my food slow, doing cardio, whatever. And I can just like live a little bit more now. So I try to create that balance. I've gotten better with it. Like, I traveled for a couple weeks and I was like, you know what? I'm just like not going to track my food. Like, I'm just going to exercise when I want. And I feel like it was a really good mental reset for me.
Yeah.
It's something that like you definitely need, especially if you're in that lifestyle, like bodybuilding. It's like, you can't be bodybuilding all the time. Like, it's so bad on your mental.
I couldn't do it. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I tried. I lived with a guy that was like very like tracking his macros and everything, and I tried. It was cool, but nah. Like, I will eat
when you want what you want. Yeah. People,
I mean, to be fair though, I do have like my set like lunches I try to go for, like the chicken and rice stuff like that, or like eggs and like steak and eggs for breakfast, stuff like that.
That's
but
perfect.
Other than that, dinner is free game. Like, it's like, man, I want
Dinner's
5
free
guys
game.
tonight. We're getting 5 guys. But yeah, no, that's one thing. Like, if you see someone that's like that disciplined, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely all discipline.
Yeah.
I think I could.
I mean, yeah, you're
I'm already like
you're
pretty
very-
on
That
the fitness.
mindset.
I have to go on my noon walk. I have
to
to
train
go to the
at this
gym.
time.
Yeah, I'm
this
the same
time.
way.
Yeah, and that's the basketball. I mean, that's
Right.
just the college basketball, the
sport in
sports
you.
lifestyle. And I
Yep.
played 4 years of pro, so it's like that's just like I feel like ingrained in me. So you can see that too.
Yeah,
it's like
for sure.
it just doesn't come out. It doesn't.
No,
leak.
I feel
It's the
like
dog
once
in you.
Yeah,
once
it's a
you
dog.
once you've developed that, it's like there's no going back.
No, literally.
I'm like, am I gonna live like this forever? Like, am I gonna think like this until I'm like,
It's like yes,
dead?
yes, you are.
So I mean, it's kind of like a blessing and a curse at the same time, because sometimes I wish I could go back and be like, wow, I wish I never would have learned like what a
Right.
calorie was. But then I would never be right here where I'm at.
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
doing what I'm doing. So I don't know. You have to weigh it out.
Yeah, and you know you're healthy, so you
Yeah.
can feel good when you wake up. That's
Yeah.
what I say. Like
Right.
my stepmom was saying something. I was at my hometown
Yeah.
this weekend, and she was asking me about all that, and she's like, "Why do you work out so much?" I'm like, "'Cause I want to feel good."
You don't get it.
feel
People
good.
are just like, it's more than like the physical, you know, aspects of like, okay, like looking better. It's
Yeah.
more of like, I genuinely feel good mentally.
Yes.
Like my clarity, like I'm more productive. Like, you don't get it. You won't get it unless you try
do
it.
and then when you try it, there's no going back.
No.
Like you can't, or at least for me.
Me either. Like, it's been like 4 years of this, and I'm like sucked in now. There's no going back.
Yeah, Jacob, I remember you were in the gym before me almost every day.
Yeah. I get in
Okay.
spurts.
He does.
What gym do you guys go to?
Here. We got to show you. Have you seen the one
No,
here?
there's one here.
Hold
you guys
on.
live here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
After this,
third
Maybe I
Or
should
I'm
live
seven.
here.
You
Yeah.
should. We'll tour you.
Yeah.
And then I can do my podcast in here.
Jacob's apartment is way cooler than mine.
No,
so
it's not. It's dirty right now.
but it's cooler than mine.
Yeah, you guys
No,
take me on a
it's in
tour because
prison.
I remember when it was being built last year, and I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so cool.
Oh, we'll give you a full building tour. The National is the place to be. Shout out.
Shout out
Shout out
National. Shout out Commerce Club. We haven't done that one in a minute. Sorry, guys. But yeah,
We
no.
love you.
I try to get in like morning walks if I'm
Yeah,
up
walks.
to it.
People don't realize the
Slept
benefit
on.
of so slept on.
I walk
Dude.
around the
walks.
river every day. I do a 2-mile loop
Yeah,
almost every day.
I love walking.
Yeah.
I do. I could do it all the time. Like I go after dinner. I go after lunch. Like even if they're just like short little walks.
yeah.
Like I think I like the getting outside like in the sun benefit more than anything because I feel like I'm just so sucked in like my phone, like
Yeah.
computer, and it's just like I need to get out of here for a second.
Yeah.
Take that break. People don't realize that. I feel like the people that have the like corporate 9-to-5 jobs, they get sucked into that, and it's like, ugh. That's another reason I left because it's like I can't do this anymore. This is not me. This is not my lifestyle.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
No.
Yeah, it's because I mean it's for some people. You know
It
what I'm
is.
saying?
Some
It
people
is.
love that, but
Yeah, because like my dad, he is that lifestyle, and I'm like, and he's always like, when are you gonna get a real job? I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I'm not. Psh,
when are you gonna
when are
get
you
rid of
gonna
that
get
job?
a fun job?
Yeah.
Because
Exactly. When
I
are you
just
gonna
be
do what you
hanging
want in
out.
life?
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, no, you definitely. I think walking and getting in that rhythm is always
Yeah.
a benefit, and being outside. I love being outside.
Yeah. Same. I agree.
What you doing? Oh, you can't hear me, huh?
I was just checking the cameras.
Oh.
I can't see I need a
Oh, because that one, oh, there it is.
I just can't see it. And then this one doesn't flip
Blooper.
up, so.
Yeah. But walking, I love it.
Yeah. Me too.
Walking.
I do. I love
Dude.
walking.
I went to the New Balance store, or it was
Oh,
not
what's
the
it
Big
called?
River. I think it's called Big River, something like that.
Over by Whole Foods.
Yeah, got me some new
Oh,
shoes
okay.
today. Or
Oh, I'm wearing my New Balances too.
Oh, those are
Ooh.
cute. I have New Balances. I'm not wearing any.
yeah, well, so I had those Pumas,
Yeah.
and then I had a wedding on Friday. Friday night into Saturday, I had like 6 different spurts of Charlie horses, like both calves just
Oh.
locked.
Yeah.
And I was
That's
like-
the
I've
worst
seen that.
feeling ever.
I woke up the next
So
day.
bad.
I couldn't get out of bed, and like I'm trying to walk through the apartment. I'm like, oh no, like I need to go buy new shoes. Like I have to, like
Yeah.
these shoes. And so I instantly was like, cool, I'm going to that New Balance store. They're doing the feet scan, and I'm just getting
Oh,
shoes.
that's cool.
I need to go in there and do that. That's
Yeah.
cool content. You should have recorded it.
I should have.
Like Landon did. Wichita. I saw that video.
Yeah, it was great. And so then I went and got shoes because of that video.
Heck.
What's your favorite type of shoes, workout shoes, whatever?
So I like to, when I'm like doing legs and stuff.
Yeah.
I like flat-footed
Yeah.
shoe, like soled shoes, so that I can just be flat to the ground. But they're like they're just Vans.
Yeah.
And I've
Okay.
had them since like my junior year of high school. They're pretty worn down, but I mean they do the
Yeah.
job. So, and then like other days I have New Balances. I wear
Okay.
like, just New Balance. They're like very like thick on the bottom because so when I was in prep, my feet got so like, I don't know if it was just like rubbed raw or like what, but like I was getting blisters like on the bottoms
yeah.
of my feet, like not even my heel, like just from like walking so much, like on the treadmill, like don't.
Oh yeah, because I bet the cardio, like you said,
Yeah.
is crazy. Having to do
So
the
I got
cardio.
blisters, and then I had to switch like doing the bike for a while to let my blisters heal up. But I got the New Balance shoes, and it was like so much better. I think it was because I was walking in my Crocs.
Oh,
Oh
yeah. 100%.
Definitely because you was
Yeah, I was about
walking
to
in
say your
them Crocs.
shoes don't. That doesn't sound like your shoes are tight enough. Definitely not tight enough with it being Crocs.
Yeah, I mean, even in sport mode, like
They were in sport mode, but like they were not. The Crocs were not crocking.
the Crocs,
Yeah.
Crocs were not Crocs.
That just doesn't. Yeah, that makes
That was my
yeah,
own fault
blister
there.
central. I bet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So them New Balances. New Balances are kind of slept on.
they are, and I love.
I always have like a pair of New Balances in the rotation.
I have 3 pairs of New Balances, yeah, and they're like one are like more like lifestyle,
Yeah.
like leisurely. Ones are for like walking in the gym, and then the other ones are like I don't wear them that often because they're purple. Like,
Oh, they're just like when the outfit
to color.
goes.
Yeah, when the outfit matches, then
You
I'll
wear
wear them. So it's like once a year type of thing, if that.
Yeah, I have a pair of like a couple pairs. Like
See,
that.
I was looking at
Yeah.
the Hokas or the On Clouds.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
trying to decide.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
wore the On Clouds, but like, I don't know.
yeah,
Like, what's the hype?
the guy was just like, "Hey, dude,
What's the hype?
just spend the money, get the New Balances, you'll be happy." I'm like, cool, you sold me.
Yeah, I like New Balances. Let me see them. Those are kind of similar to mine. Like the heel is like very supportive.
Oh, dude,
like that.
it's
Yeah.
crazy. Like it has the perfect arch in it where it's like the heel toe walk,
Yes.
like walking in them is
Yeah.
insane.
Mhm. And I have such a big arch. My foot is like, so I need like an insole to like.
Oh, to like
Yes, because
Yeah.
my arches are literally looks like this. I swear.
see, I need to go to these foot scanners and figure that out because I
Yeah.
could be getting Achilles problems. I might be from the
Yes.
basketball, but like I need something to like
Yeah.
get that fine.
It was
'cause
cool.
No.
I mean, it wasn't like super in depth. Like you could tell
Yeah.
it wasn't like
Yeah.
super like picking up like your arches, like the Dr. Scholl's ones or whatever.
Oh,
when you
yeah.
stand on those
Yeah.
and your
It
feet
kinda
goes
like-
into the mold,
Right.
I would obviously recommend that. But
Yeah.
There's a place called like Fleet Feet too or something. That
dude,
you
I was just
Oh,
by that
yeah.
K96 in Rock
Yeah.
area,
I don't know, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
right across the street from Slim Chickens.
Oh, yeah, on Greenwich.
Okay,
Oh, is it
actually,
Greenwich?
yeah.
Oh, that is
yeah.
Greenwich.
I,
That's
yeah,
it.
It's
I
right
know.
over
Rock.
there.
Now I know.
Yeah,
My directions are.
yeah.
Mine aren't very good either.
I saw it and I was like, huh. Go
I've
there
heard of
next.
it and I like looked it up online and like they do like in depth
The-
feet measurements.
Oh shoot, well, I might have to try that out, but they probably sell you on everything there.
Oh.
I already
I'm
know the. I already know the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get the
Game.
$200 shoes, the $100
Insoles.
insoles.
You're looking at $1,000 leaving the
Yeah.
dang
Just
store
for shoes.
just for one pair, maybe just a half a pair.
They get you the shoe balls, the cleaning
spray.
spray.
Things to make them smell good when you just leave them in there. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
upsells,
Dude, that's
upsell
like
after
the
upsell.
terrible thing about Journeys, like going into there to
Oh
like
my
get
gosh.
shoes. It's just like,
But they
oh, do you want
live
the
off their
socks?
commission.
You
They
want
do,
Probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like commission based, but yeah, you're getting
the terrible
the
socks.
socks. Oh my
Oh
god,
my gosh.
the Journey
yeah.
socks.
I
back
haven't
in
been
the
to
day.
Journeys in so long, but that was like the shiz.
Oh yeah, Journeys.
My
It
mom would
was
like
it.
buy me stuff from Journeys all the time. Like those are where we're getting our shoes.
I remember those days, the mall Journey days.
I can't say I remember them days. I was just there not too long ago buying shoes.
Well, no. I'm not gonna hate
I'm
on
not
Journeys.
hating on
I
Journeys.
love me some Vans.
say-
I
Yes,
love
that's
me
where I
some,
got my Converse
That's
and
No,
everything like
I
that.
love
where
Journeys.
I got my Doc Martens there.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
see, Journeys
Yeah.
it's solid, but you went for that experience when you were younger.
Yes.
Journeys.
The Osiris's.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
had
Journeys
all the
experience.
And they would
Osiris.
like help you try on this,
Yeah.
like you would get that elite like
That elite.
service.
Yes.
It was not Payless.
It was
No.
not Payless.
No.
Love it.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
That's awesome.
Dude, shoe stores. That's a crazy thing. Like I tried doing the buying shoes off Amazon. No.
Oh, you
Never
can't.
again.
Amazon shoes.
Yeah, you can't.
No,
I
my
mean,
sister loves them though. Like
Really?
she's very much just like the
Amazon
off-brand
shoes.
Amazon shoes, and
I like Amazon, like off-brand Amazon clothes.
yeah.
Yeah,
So that
sure.
most
Yeah.
most
But
of my
shoes,
shirts.
I'm like very scared to get shoes.
Yeah,
because your feet are like everything.
yeah. After my
Yes.
experience
Hold
with the
everything.
Yeah.
with those cheap Pumas,
Oh
never
yeah,
again.
I know. Obviously, your friggin'
Oh yeah, Bailey.
calves turned into baseballs in
Yeah,
them.
Bailey was just like, that was so random. Like you just instantly like, all right, we're going to buying shoes today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. I everything else on my schedule's done. I'm going.
need shoes.
I'm
Well, that just shows you for like the fitness and health thing, like for recovery, people don't get like your feet are so important. Like I roll out my feet every night. I mean, you
I
probably
need to do that. I don't.
You don't?
No.
Oh man, if you roll out your feet, it feels
Tennis
so
balls
good.
or
with
golf
a tennis
balls?
ball or
I
golf ball.
I use a
Oh, that- I bet that
lacrosse
feels
ball.
So good.
I use a lacrosse ball and I have this like spiky ball too. I got from like my
I
trainers at the
would love
Globetrotters.
that because my feet get beat up. Like every time I go to get pedicures, they're
Oh.
like, "Oh,
Roll your feet out. I promise you, it will change how your ankles feel, your knees, your
Yeah.
hips. It's so awesome. It's
I need
great.
to do that."
Mm-hmm.
I'm very bad at like my mobility type of stuff, like recovery aspect too. But you think I would be better?
Yeah, I'm
I
surprised.
really neglect that for sure.
Yeah. Oh,
What about them leg things? Those
Compression
The
boots?
compression boots.
I have a pair. I love them. Do you use them?
Dude, I thought
don't have
about.
a pair, but I've used
I
them.
looked
Love
into
'em.
them the
Love
night of
'em.
them Charlie horses. I was looking into.
They
'em.
feel so good.
I would have given you all of my recovery stuff.
I know.
They
That's
do
why I called you for the
real
tens unit. I was just like, hey.
I said it was in my apartment.
Yeah.
Go get it.
Dude, it was bad. It was not a good time.
And I'm like one of the guns, like the.
Oh, yeah, the Theraguns
yeah,
or whatever.
Theraguns. Yeah, those are so good. I lost my.
I do
last
use
massage
that.
gun.
That is one thing that I do.
So
use.
good. Yeah. Yep.
In the chiropractor, go to the chiropractor, but I
need to do that.
I don't roll out. I have stuff to like roll out and stuff, but I just don't do it.
See, I'm not a chiropractor fan.
Really?
They scare me, but like sometimes like
My
I
thing
go.
is
I have
like
to go.
I always felt worse. Granted, I can't say I went to like a chiropractor. I went to the joint, and I
The joint doctor or whatever.
No,
Oh,
the joint chiropractic.
chiropractic.
Gotcha,
I didn't
gotcha.
care for them because it was like you walk in and they're like, all right, you're gone, and it wasn't like focused. Like I was going for
Yeah.
lower back issues, and they're popping my knees,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like, like what are we doing here?
they popped me.
It's one.
Well, we're back, but they're just popping my knees. Wrong
Dude.
place, buddy.
It's one of those things where
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I'm going to Poise.
Oh,
They
yeah, yeah.
So they have a masseuse in there. I got
Boy
something.
is aesthetics.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have a masseuse in there, and so I scheduled one for this week.
Ooh, I need to go get some
Do
deep
not
tissue.
go to the mall. Oh my gosh.
Not good?
I feel worse. Like they make me hot. Like they're digging so hard. It's like you're on my bone, dude. You're not on my muscle.
Like get another wrong place. Like,
Yeah.
don't, not
That,
there.
I said that I've never thought. I always see them, and I'm like,
They always offer like free 15 minutes.
Like, you want to come in? I'm like, no, I don't. You hurt me. Like, I don't care. Like, it hurts so bad.
no. So, I mean, but some days, like, it would be nice to have like a big Russian, like Olga, just big.
like
Yeah.
Just kind of beat me up a little bit, but
There's like a couple massage places in Wichita I've gone to, Healing Waters and Svetas
I haven't heard
on
of
the
that
east
one.
side.
I need to find
It's
a good
in
massage person.
like by like First Mile Kitchen.
mm.
Oh wait, am I thinking of the right place?
I know where
it's
that's
kind of
at.
close over there.
Yeah,
I
over
think
there.
so.
Yeah.
But I really like those were good because they're not like don't like
Like just
in my
yeah.
bone, like get back.
Yeah, like I need you to like I don't know what
What
I
about
need,
like the
but
hot stone massages?
I like that.
Ooh,
but
yeah,
you still need
that
to like
feels
at
good.
least like rub my
See, that's what I
stuff
was confused about, like the hot stone. I'm like, cool. Do they just put the stones on you and then not like give you a massage?
No,
But
they
they do
still give
both.
you a
Yeah,
massage.
yeah.
They do
Oh,
both.
okay.
I think
But-
the stone like does it like heat you up
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
and like gets it like all I don't know the science
I
behind
don't
it,
understand
but-
all that because it's like you got the stones, the cupping, the acupuncture.
Oh, I
like,
love
just
cupping.
beat
I like
me.
cupping.
That's all.
Just
I like
beat me
the-
up.
I
Jacob
like
just wants
the
to punch you back.
Dry needling. So the
You like dry needle?
yeah. So when I went to the one
The
chiropractor
hell?
I,
I hate
did
it.
go to, it just like twitches your muscle and it's just like really weird. But
Yeah.
the chiropractor that I did go in the past, he did that and I really liked it. He would cup, dry needle, like all this stuff. I just get out of the habit of like going to
Yeah.
the chiropractor because it's like something you have to keep up on. Like
It's-
sometimes
yeah.
you don't have time for that.
Yeah, no, and dry needling when I would get it done on my hip, it takes
Oh,
forever.
It does, yeah.
The
It's
hell
like
is
it's
dry
so it's a
needle?
hollow
I would get it done
needle.
here too, like up
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
This part of
So
my
it's
head.
like a hollow needle, and I think they find like your they have places they put it, and so they
But it like
you know,
directly hits like a muscle
the
fiber.
nerve, yeah, and then they'll clip like the like a TENS unit type
Oh, okay.
thing,
And they can turn it
electro.
up.
Yeah, and they'll clip it onto all the needles, and then it just is deep in the tissue, and it like
So it's just like a
shocks it.
deeper tens unit.
It
Yeah.
twitches your muscle. Like
and it's like
it's just it does hurt, but
I'm
it's kind of
cool
like
on
a
that.
feel good hurt.
Like it's all like the fad stuff.
feel-good hurt.
I'm cool. Like
It's not a fad.
it's a thing, Jacob, and it hurts, but it feels
does.
good. But
it's like the
Like, it
carnivore
hurts so
diet.
good.
yeah,
Just all of it. Carnivore diet, all of it.
A lot of people
Fads.
do that.
Tyler
yeah.
Ellis.
What would you say? What's
What would I
what's
say
the
about
best?
that?
What's the best like eating food? Like what do you
Just like
what do you eat?
when you go to the grocery store, like
Factor meals.
no, just like stay out of like how they say like stay on the perimeter of the grocery.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Stay in the perimeter.
The
Like,
yeah,
don't
the
go to the
actual
insides.
food. Yeah, the non-processed
Yes.
areas.
So I mean, just focusing on not. I literally just don't eat.
Jacob's like, that's where I live.
Yeah, come on. The ice cream, the frozen chicken.
Okay, the frozen chicken's fine to an extent,
Some
but I like
days.
to eat the fresh because I don't like thawing it out takes time.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's why you don't get the chicken breast. You get chicken thighs or the chicken breast tenderloins, and you can put them in the pan and they'll thaw out as you're cooking it.
No, you cannot do that.
Yeah, I ain't got salmonella.
Oh my gosh.
If you
No,
get
no,
I got the thermometer that you stick in there.
no. Okay, yeah.
What is? Are you the cooker? Does
Yeah,
Bailey?
oh,
Okay,
no,
Bailey
she-
doesn't cook.
She don't touch the oven, unless it's for potato soup, or meatloaf. She makes a killer meatloaf.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, meatloaf gives me the ick for some reason.
What?
It's like bread and meat. Like,
Okay, I used to be a huge fan of meatloaf. I don't eat a ton of meat anymore, but I used to love. I love.
Dude, a good meatloaf
Yeah.
is.
Solid.
You make it. You throw some jalapenos in there. Make it like a jalapeno
I guess
popper
I've never
type
had
meatloaf. Oh,
a
it's
jalapeno
crazy.
meatloaf.
Oh my goodness, y'all are
I
missing
would.
out.
I would taste that
Yeah, it's a good
just
time.
out of curiosity.
Like Sam and
My-
Nancy's meatloaf, pretty good. Not
no,
gonna
no,
lie.
no. My go-to like meal that's not like healthy is like burger and fries.
Oh,
like
okay.
Uh,
Where like
That's pretty much me.
Dempsey's. I like
Dempsey's is really good.
Okay, fire.
Have you been to the Hill or like Hilltop Bar and Grill, whatever?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I know where that's at, but no, I haven't been.
Dude, their mozzarella sticks are crazy.
I have never had their mozzarella sticks.
Just go to Sonic.
No,
She's
Sonic gives
saying
me the
Sonic Mott sticks.
that is crazy.
Wait, do you dip it in ranch or marinara?
Ranch.
Yeah,
100%.
you have to do
Yeah,
ranch.
I
don't like
Yeah, leave out the
Marinara's
marinara.
cool. I'm not.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not like I hate tomatoes, so red sauce to me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
So
I
you don't
want
like
to love.
salsa or ketchup?
So the salsa needs to be like cut up very finely.
Can't have big chunks of tomatoes.
Yeah, I'm not a ketchup fan.
See, I can.
Okay.
I'm the same. I can't do a sliced tomato. I can't.
Oh,
Something about the
yeah.
sliced tomato just throws me. But I'll eat pico de gallo all day long.
Yeah, I'm not
Give
a
me.
pico
Okay.
fan.
Interesting, guys. I'm not picky. I could eat.
You'll eat tomatoes?
anything. I love tomatoes.
See, I can't do avocados. I can't.
Oh, who like when people say they don't like avocados? I don't know if we can be friends.
Yeah,
now,
you got
Jacob.
weird taste buds.
No, I mean, I don't. If I didn't know it was there, I'm cool. It's just more of like a texture that mainly what
okay.
killed it for me was seeing guac, and just seeing.
So you don't like
it looks
guac?
like, it looks like baby food.
Usually people like guac more over just like straight up
Yeah.
avocado.
I mean, if there's avocado mixed in something, it's fine. Like
Guac
I had
is
like an
like-
avocado smoothie or something not too long ago. It wasn't terrible, but
Oh my gosh, no.
I'm not eating just. I don't know. Like my friend Damien, he'll eat avocados like they're pears, and I,
I will
don't
too.
understand.
Okay, I
Yeah.
won't eat it like a pear,
Well,
but
Yeah, I'm not gonna
I
like
mean-
take a chunk
Well,
bite,
he'll
but
eat
like
it,
I'll
like he'll
slice
peel
up.
it and then eat it. Like,
yeah,
He'll do that.
yeah.
I don't know if I can go that far, but
I do love me some avocado.
Yeah,
I'm not picky
avocados.
though. You could throw any type of food at me and I'd eat it.
Yeah.
I
don't
wish
know.
I was like that.
Yeah.
Cause like if it has tomatoes on it, I'm trying to think of what else that I just olives.
Okay.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
that out of
Olives,
my
I don't like
face.
olives.
I can't do sour cream, cottage cheese.
Who doesn't like sour? I don't like cottage cheese, but sour cream.
Sour
Cottage
cream.
cheese.
I don't know.
Do you
Sour.
like cottage cheese?
My thing, Bailey will sit there.
The chunks.
She could sit there and have like Doritos and cottage cheese and just snack on it.
Yeah, I could do that.
My mom did peaches and cottage cheese.
Oh.
What was that? Like that trend that was going on with cottage cheese and mustard. Is that
Oh
a
my
thing?
gosh.
Was that a
I
thing?
feel like cottage cheese is like very overhyped right now, and it has been for the past like year and a half.
That's okay. So that was a thing, right? The whole
Yes.
cottage. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Well,
talking
there's this guy that
they're-
I watch. He makes like the.
It's because it's like high protein, and people are like, "Oh, you can substitute this for this," and it's like cottage cheese should not be heated. When certain things are heated, they become carcinogenic. Like, stop.
Yeah, there's this guy. He
You cannot
makes the
heat up
burritos.
certain things like that.
He makes burritos with like cottage cheese in them.
Yes, and people will like make like, "Oh, cottage cheese pizza. We're gonna make a crust out of this little cottage cheese. We're gonna put it in the oven, blend it up, and put it." Just like stop.
It's like,
You're like,
cauliflower crust.
no.
I can't.
If I'm gonna
If-
eat pizza, it's just gonna be plain.
Yeah,
Just get a
if I'm
pizza.
gonna do the pizza, like give me a pizza.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm
people
gonna
just
eat it.
try to find like macro-friendly hacks for everything, and I used to be like that, but it's just like I've come to the point where just eat real food most of the time, okay, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then you can have like your little bit of
Cheat
fun
and stuff,
Yes,
yeah.
but it's like, you're ruining your gut by just trying to come up with
Processed.
all these
shit.
different recipes. Like, stop.
Yeah, to replace everything when you just eat.
just eat the real thing.
Just eat the real thing. Don't replace. Just like go eat real food for a little
Dude,
bit.
that's how I
Yeah.
feel about this whole, like, they're doing, like, the fake meat. Or not the fake meat. Not like the Beyond Meat, but, like, how they're, like, creating meat in labs.
I know.
Yeah.
And
That's so scary.
I'm just
so
like-
weird.
But I will say, like, I feel like Jack Link's, like, their beef jerky, I've always felt that it was kind of off. Because then you try, like, these other brands.
And it like tastes real.
And it tastes like,
Yeah,
I mean,
you can just tell like the way it looks is like very
suspicious.
fake.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
how does the meat look
Yeah.
clear like that? I'm
Yeah.
confused.
That's
Yeah.
and that's honestly one of the
Rubbery.
yeah, that's why I stopped eating a lot of meat is because like unless it's like honestly locally
Yeah.
like
butchered.
butchered,
There we
like
go.
you don't freaking know.
Yeah, I know. I try and go
You
to
don't
like
know.
Whole Foods to
Yeah.
get my produce, like meats and stuff. I know it's more expensive, but it's really
It's
not.
gonna be worth it.
It's honestly like very comparable to Dylan's price
Really?
wise.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm like a thing of ground beef, like like the lean kind, $9.99 for a pound or whatever.
That's not bad.
It's the same at Whole Foods as
Yeah.
it is at freaking Dylan's.
Dylan's,
So I'm like,
yeah.
I'm gonna just get it
Get it
at
at the
Whole
Whole
Foods
Foods, yeah.
because. And it just looks different. Like when you cook it up, it's like more like gamey looking.
Yeah.
But for like Dylan's, it's like
It looks fake.
I don't know how to explain it.
It looks
It's
fake.
like-
Hey, eggs, though, like farm fresh eggs
Oh yeah,
versus.
I get the pasture raised ones. You can tell the yolk's like orange.
Yeah, and I mean and it tastes like the taste is
There's a
different.
taste.
There's a
It
taste.
actually tastes good.
Yeah.
I mean, I fall victim to the. I ate so many eggs. I just get the 60-count boxes, and
Okay, yeah.
they're not the best looking ones, but
Yeah.
my mom used to get like fresh eggs from our neighbor. They had a chicken coop.
Yeah, you can tell
Yeah.
the difference so much.
Yeah. Then I get out the house and I'm like, why do my eggs always look different than these? And then I
Yeah.
asked her and she was like, oh yeah, no, we never really bought store-bought eggs like that. It was always just our neighbors. And
Yeah.
I was like, man, I need to get a chicken.
I feel like the
Me
closest
too. I want
yeah.
to have like a garden in my backyard.
No, the closest you get to like it actually being grown yourself or someone that you know, like the better. Like when, so
Yeah.
there's gonna be someday I'm
Homestead.
gonna get a garden. No,
I
literally.
know. I want to be a
Homestead.
homesteader.
No, me too. I feel like that's the new thing. Like people used to want to
Yes.
like be this
In
other
the
life. Yeah, in the
city
city,
and-
all this, and now everyone's like, no, I want my own farm. I want to land,
Yeah,
plant,
I want a
build.
garden. I want a
Yeah.
cat.
Heck
I
yeah.
want 2 cows. I want like 12 chickens and unlimited eggs
Yeah, no, yeah,
and butcher them for my chicken.
no, literally,
That's
because like,
wild.
yeah, that's the new like
Yeah.
the thing.
And then garden, like all your vegetables, your potatoes, you're literally set. You don't need anything
Hey,
else.
I'm
And
growing
you know-
cilantro right now. I just planted it.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
excited.
Jacob.
In your apartment, you just
Yeah.
up there in your apartment.
Yeah, we're trying it.
Do you?
Okay,
Is
cool.
it on your patio or is
Yeah,
it
it's
inside?
on the
Okay,
patio.
he's got a nice little patio area, so he can
Nice.
grow some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Give me some cilantro.
Yeah, and then
Nice.
Mom Heather's getting me green onions.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
So
gardening. Yeah, I want to do
what a
that,
time.
for sure.
Yeah, what a time.
I feel like people are starting to come around.
They
with
are.
their- like how they feel about food.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's just like the algorithm I'm on all the time.
No, I've well, and same. But I feel that like I feel like everyone's now starting to get within that
like
healthy
we
lifestyle.
cannot trust
No.
like the government.
Oh, don't get
or-
me. I don't want to get canceled.
I'll
So don't get me
say-
freaking started.
That camera don't got much time left on it.
Oh well,
Well, we can wrap it up soon.
Yeah.
they're poisoning us. Don't put that in.
They're killing
Oh,
us.
it's staying. We're at the end of the episode. It's staying. Well, to wrap it up, I guess, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at health.with.hads or podcast Heart to Heart with Hads. Facebook Hadley. My name's not Hads. It's Hadley. Hadlea. Facebook. Whatever. Just look me up. Not many people's name is Hadley or spelled
That's
with
very
an
unique,
A
yeah.
at the end.
Like it.
So
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
appreciate you guys
crazy.
having me on
Yeah,
here.
no
Yeah,
problem.
thanks
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for hopping on.
So fun.